Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Random Hunts in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. I think it's part 59, but I can't be entirely sure. Because I did do a rather long recording for 3 Ultimate before, and I don't really know how many parts that's going to encompass yet, so we're going to have to find out. I was thinking of actually getting some more trap stuff going on here. Pitfalls can be kind of annoying with Rajang, so I might just not include that, just to save a little bit of bag space. We're actually fighting the, whatever he's called, Child of Destruction, and he's pretty frickin' annoying. But, it is Thunderbugs in this game, right? Just making sure, because I think one of these games pulled a fast one on me, and it was actually, like, Flashbugs. Trap tool. Oh no, sorry, it's Gen Prey Fangs in this game. Completely forgot about that. Okay, so where are Gen Prey Fangs? Not here, here. It pulled even more of a fast one on me than I first thought. Anyway, there we go. We are now ready for Child of Destruction, who is the super strong Gold Rajang in this game. Still, I have mentioned this before, but 4th Gen Rajang is a lot harder than the 2nd Gen one. Of course, he is a 2-dose monster. And I suppose if you're playing 2-dose it might be a little bit hard because you have to deal with the terrible controls, and if you're fighting him in the environment you do have to deal with the small monsters as well. But I would say that if you're fighting him in late 2nd Gen, so Freedom Unite, he's pretty easy to deal with, as compared to 4th Gen, where he's sort of bouncing around all over the place. But anyway, it seems that every single time I want to record for Freedom Unite, someone wants to do Child of Destruction, so I'm getting a little bit sick of this monster. And more than anything, I hope that you guys aren't getting sick of him as well, but regardless. We are now in the old volcano. It's good to be back here. I do like this area, actually. It's got a nice feeling to it. But, oh dear. Guess I got caught in that. So I can get an idea for what kind of damage I'm going to be taking in this quest. As you can see, I only have 548 defense, and the reason why is because I actually have a high rank armor piece in this mixed set, so my defense definitely could be better. I don't know how much I've actually upgraded these armor pieces. I think I have most of them to level 6, and they are G rank pieces. I think that might be close, if not at, the max level for armor piece upgrades, because generally if I have a lower level armor piece in the mixed set, I'll be more diligent than ever when it comes to actually ensuring that the armor set is fully upgraded, because of course I will be feeling the lack of defense whenever I'm hunting. So really, you do not flash bang, sorry, not flash bang, apparently I'm playing a first person shooter game, you do not flash bomb a freaking Rajang. That is not what you do. None of the monkeys should be flashed, and the reason why is because you can never get them still. The whole reason why you would flash bomb a monster is so that they stay in one place, and quite frankly it's not that way with the monkeys. They will jump around and make it really hard for you to hit them. It's actually easier if you don't flash bomb. That's generally how it is. Rajang is being a bit of an idiot. I'm pretty sure that you need to have him in rage mode for... No, you need to have him in non-rage for pitfalls to work, so that's why I didn't bring a frickin' pitfall. This guy is always enraged. He's gonna hit me all... Wow. I was gonna say he was going to hit me, and then I wouldn't really be able to do much with this particular trap, but that was not the case, fortunately for me. I don't have my, oh, okay, one shot. I was hoping that he was going for someone else at that time, clearly not. That obviously didn't end too well. I was in the middle of my demonized mode there, so I did not have the stamina to evade him. Had I sheathed my weapon, I wouldn't have been able to get the stamina to dive out of there, and I was not able to roll with my weapons out at that time, given the fact that I was in the red. So that was kind of an unfortunate situation, to be sure. But I would say that this guy is going to die anyway. Hopefully. Depends on the performance of everyone else in the room, and I would say everyone else is doing reasonably well. Probably better than I am, at the very least. I don't know why I have both max potions and ancient potions here. Apparently, I need it. I don't know. But anyway. Of course, I've been playing a lot of Generations Ultimate lately, and I just needed a little bit of a break from that. Not even a break, I just needed to, I suppose, change it up a little bit. Go and play some older stuff. Sort of helps to calibrate your Monster Hunter mind, I suppose you could say. And I'm down for that. I'm actually not too sure if I want to make use of the other recording stuff that I have for 3 Ultimate. Because there was only like 1 successful Abyssal hunt and then 2 failed hunts. There was an arena hunt that went for like more than 15 minutes. And that was a failure because they triple carded. And there was a Hallowed Gen Moran which was a failure because they triple carded. And that was really annoying, to be honest. But, yeah. Don't know if the... Oh yeah, that's right, I need to combine for another trap. Oh, he's knocked over. And it looks like he's actually... No, he hasn't been... I was going to say maybe he got KO'd, but no. Some idiot flashbombed him again. Now, how I look at it is that you should be able to observe that flashbombing does not help at all. And yet people still do it. How do people not learn from their mistakes? I do not know. I've got no idea. I guess people are just not observant, maybe they don't have common sense, I'm not too sure how it works, to be honest with you, but regardless, let's try and not get... Again, just returning to the point about not being observant. Have you not already observed that pitfalling and enraged Rajang does not actually work? Like, I want to line up with this trap so that this person can actually witness it for a second time. Oh my god. You know, these people, I'm sorry, but it's not a matter of being good at Monster Hunter. It's a matter of just looking at what you're doing and paying a little bit of attention to what's going on. That's all that is actually required. Now that that's happened a second time, have you learnt something? Maybe not. I've got no idea. See, once again, he's just jumping around, like there's nothing I can do. He's just going to keep jumping around like crazy, and he's actually really dangerous to be around when he's actually in this mode. And of course, he's been in this area for a really long time. That's why I did not put down another trap, even though I combined for it, because I was waiting for him to leave. I did not want to run that risk. Of course, these people probably don't think about it that much. I'm going the long way to get to where he is, I think. Nahuel is going the right way. But whatever. Look, I'm not here to criticize people, even though I do a lot of that when I'm playing Monster Hunter. And maybe some of you don't appreciate that, but seriously, it does shock me how stupid some people are when they play this game. I think a lot of it comes down to common sense, not so much experience with the game. Because, like anything, trial and error is your teacher, right? But I'm actually witnessing the error of the trial right before my eyes, and also in turn witnessing these people failing to actually see that it is an error at all, and therefore failing to learn from that. If trial and error still doesn't teach you how to do things, then you may as well just give up playing, to be honest. Either that, or you can just keep making mistakes for a really, really long time. Speaking of making mistakes, one big mistake of mine was accepting to do this quest, because I really don't like this monster. I started off fighting him going gun only, because I did not want to go Blade Master with this asshole. But, imagine if I were to die twice after lecturing these people. I mean, the fact that I'm the only person who's died and yet I'm lecturing them probably is a bad thing. Doesn't really help my case or anything like that, but I'd like to think that what you guys have observed thus far when it comes to this team makes it pretty clear that what I'm saying actually holds water. But anyway, I will probably put down my trap now. Because it is worth mentioning that, oh my god, how many times are you going to do this? You stupid motherfucker. I'm sorry, like I've gotten to the point where I have to actually be verbally insulting. You are a fucking idiot. Look at this. And then he's going to jump back. How are you supposed to hit that shit? It's just absolutely ridiculous, and I do not understand. how people can be so unobservant and so foolish. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I was going to say that the shock trap remains just as effective each time, but I'm starting to think that the first trap will have a certain level of effectiveness, and then the second time and all times after that will have a different level of effectiveness, and it won't decrease after that point. But anyway, might be the fact that he's in full rage mode now, so he does have more resistance to the trap. I don't really know, because you can see he's got that sort of electricity going on around him at the moment. He didn't have that when he was first trapped, so that might be the variable as far as how long he's staying in the trap. I'm pretty sure that it is a general rule in Monster Hunter that when you are in rage mode as a monster, you do have more resistance to a trap in terms of how long you're going to be stuck in it. I have observed that in pretty much all games, I'm pretty sure. So that's probably what it is. If I were to shock trap him right now, he would probably be stuck in the trap for a little bit longer, so maybe we'll go and do that now. We could go for a capture. I'm not too sure if that's worthwhile. It might be. If we end up 2 deaths out of 3, it might actually be worthwhile to do that, but for now... Oh, he's dead. So that's a good thing. Good team in terms of damage, can't deny that. Perhaps not a good team in terms of everything else. Don't know, man. Again, maybe I should be playing better before I start judging them, but all I can do is say I'm witnessing multiple mistakes that people are not learning from. And I think these people should be learning from them by now. You know, all it should have taken was this hunt to teach all of these people 2 things. Don't flash bomb a Rajang, and the second thing is, of course, don't pitfall trap a Rajang who is gold. You can pitfall trap a black one, I'm pretty sure, but not a gold one. Even I relearned that fact. I wasn't entirely sure if it was going to work. But I would say that a lot of these people, at least 1 or 2, are going to go on to another Rajang quest not having learned a single thing from this hunt, and they're going to make the same mistakes. So it's a little bit annoying, but what can I say? We'll see what we get from this hunt. I don't really know if there's a special item that you get from this quest. I don't believe there is. Zaki is having some real problems right now with his connection to the group. Surprised that he did not disconnect with that terrible... look at that! I mean, it doesn't get much worse than that. It's funny because I was playing with the Chinese guy. We were 2-manning... This is in Generations Ultimate. We were 2-manning... What was it? Uragan, G-Rank. And we got so far through it, and because he had shit connection, I think he abandoned? Like, he might have turned off his switch, or he might have disconnected. I'm not sure. But it was really annoying. Because I pretty much just wasted my time completely at that point. So, yeah, was not impressed, really. Anyway, that's Child of Destruction. We'll do something different next time. And I'll see you guys when that happens. And I'm back. And we are fighting Yama Tsukami. I don't actually remember if I have showcased a Yama Tsukami fight in the Random Hunt series, so I'm actually going to play the, I suppose, opening cinematic for you. It's pretty cool. I do enjoy Yama Tsukami, but not too much. He is a pretty repetitive fight. I suppose I enjoy him as much as I do because you can't really fight him in any other game. So, that is, any other game after this point. Of course, everyone's complaining that we're playing the cutscene right now. That's what happens every single time. The reason why I play it is so that you guys can actually see it. It's easy for me to skip it, because I've seen it 1,000 times, but, well, not 1,000 times, probably more like 150 times, but, yeah. I want you guys to be able to see it. Now, of course, because we are fighting Yama Tsukami in the tower, we do need to make our way all the way up the tower, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. It's a lot more annoying when you have to do it for fucking Gold Rajang or something. Or Silver Rathalos. It feels a little bit more appropriate when it's an epic fight like Yama Tsukami. I'm actually using a Pierce bow set right now. I might as well show you the skills. It's Focus, Pierce Up, and Reckless Abandon +1, which of course is Critical I +1. And, yeah, might not seem amazing by modern Monster Hunter mixed set standards. But that's just how things were in this game. You have to understand that there were no talismans at this point in the series, so the number of skills that you could get in an armor set were kind of limited if you were going mixed sets at the very least. Sometimes you could get more skills if you went with a full armor set, but of course the whole benefit of a mixed set is so you can have the exact skills that you want, rather than maybe 1 or 2 skills that you want and then a bunch of skills that may or may not help you. So that's pretty much the logic behind that. Now this is the Acantor bow, which of course in Monster Hunter Freedom 2 was probably the most overpowered weapon in that game. But it's a little bit more reasonable in this game. I think it has only 2 charge levels, now that I think about it. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, 2 charge levels, and it is Pierce level 4 on the level 2 charge. So you can see that because we do have focus, it only charges at 1 level. So we'll be shooting Pierce level 4 pretty quickly. Of course, the amount of damage you do with the bow does depend on the charge level, but the actual level of the shot itself does make a big difference as well. I'm actually slowly getting into bow in Generations Ultimate. I'm working through each individual weapon type in that game, and getting towards the end of Hunting Horn, finally. And I suppose I haven't really done a proper update on that, because the last time that I recorded Generations Ultimate in the Hunting with Purpose series was quite some time ago. So, well, it's not even that it was a long time ago, it's just that I do a lot in that game these days. I do play it a lot, and that's kind of, once again, the reason why I'm playing a bit of Unite right now. But, yeah. Of course, the situation with Mr. Yama Tsukami is that he will, at times, try to suck you up. And he does it kind of after that moment there, where he's just sort of lying on the ground like that. So, he will never... It's when he's at this point here, so there's a fair chance that he's going to start sucking in our direction if we don't flinch him. So, because we did flinch him, we were not at risk of that. It is possible that he will only suck if he is in rage mode, and of course you can tell whether or not he is enraged based on his eye colour. He's currently just at neutral eye colour, I guess white you could call it. There's a little bit of blue in there as well, but that's if you're kind of being anal about it, but yeah. Oh no, he does suck when he is in regular, non-rage mode. Oh, I do get sucked in after all, okay. Good to know. Oh no, I didn't actually get sucked in. I guess it's because it was right at the end of his attack, so he didn't suck me into his mouth. So, I guess that ended up working out rather well. Of course, I was caught off guard because I said to myself, oh, he's probably only going to do that in rage mode, and then he didn't get into rage mode and he did that, so yeah, I had my weapon out, so couldn't exactly jump off at that time. He is now enraged because you can see his eyes are red. Just sort of aim for the face. And I guess the, I don't even know what to call them, the front tentacles, I don't really know. Also don't really know how I got hit there. That attack in particular has a bit of a strange effectiveness. Or effective range at the very least. Oh, he got flinched by something. It's very annoying to go Blade Master with this monster, and I would never recommend doing that. I would say if you have a gun set that is reasonable, or a bow set that is reasonable, it would be best to use that. It just gives you the freedom to hit him at all times, and in his most damaging area. It's like going, I suppose, to draw a comparison to Generations Ultimate, because of course that is what I'm playing most often these days. It would be like, actually this is a great comparison because they are related monsters, but Nakakos. Gunning Nakakos is a lot better than going Blade Master because you can constantly aim for that face without having to worry about taking damage from being at close proximity to it. So, yeah. And of course that is a good comparison to make because Yama Tsukami and Nakakos are related. They're both octopus elder dragons. Not that octopus elder dragon is an actual legitimate type of monster, but the point is that, yeah, they are indeed related. Now, if you throw, I believe, 2 tranks... Oh no. Thank fuck he got flinched at that moment. It was very lucky. The best thing to do here is carve Yama Tsukami, try and get some good stuff from him. Dragon treasure is not really what I was wanting, to be honest. I don't even have much space in my inventory. Let's get rid of this map. Of course, Dragonwood Plus is... Oh, there you go. That's what you really want, Dragonwood Plus. That's the rarest item that he drops. Oh, wow. Getting pretty lucky with that. It's pretty rare to get 2 Dragonwood Plus back-to-back from carving him. Back-to-back on his back, ha ha ha. You know, I don't even commit to my terrible jokes. I make them even worse by not committing to them at all. So, it's actually just a complete waste of breath most of the time. But anyway. Oh, he's opening his mouth right in my face. Thank you, Yama. It's always pleasant when you do that. I'm no longer in my coatings right now, but that's alright. I didn't really feel like bringing combination materials for power coatings because I'm lazy, so we'll just stick with what we have right here, which is no coating. Should do perfectly fine in the way of damage. I will show you the actual damage that I have right now. It's 330 inflated raw on the bow, and the element is 200, which is pretty decent. Overall, it's a good endgame bow that I have right now, but not quite as over the top, for example, as the Acanthol bow of Freedom 2, which as far as I'm concerned was like a G-rank level bow in a high rank game. So it was pretty ridiculous. And because I was smart enough to get the hell out of there this time and sheath my weapon, I was able to avoid the sucky. The sucky suck. But yeah. Yama Tsukami's a little bit of an asshole. A little bit. It's also really good to regulate the actual critical distance. Of course, I was not even remotely at critical distance when I was shooting him at point-blank range, but yeah, that sort of... Noticing that I was absolutely not in critical distance at that time reminded me of the fact that you can really easily regulate critical distance while fighting this monster when it comes to your shot types. Is he gonna... No. I thought he was going to suck again. That would have been really annoying. I don't know what happened there, I guess. Oh, that's right, we're being hosted by Zaki right now, and his connection is absolute dogshit. I'm actually amazed that we are not having more connection problems than we are right now. Maybe Yama Tsukami is just more of a reliable monster than I thought. I really had no idea, but seriously? You guys saw Zaki before in the previous quest. In fact, look at him now. Look at his name just, I guess, shaking all over the place. It's kind of clear that his connection is absolute dogshit, and surprisingly that seems to be affecting him more than it's affecting us. Even though... Oh no, that's right, sorry. It's not quest host, it's the first person in the room who actually hosts the monster. Keep forgetting that. So that's how it works in these games. It's not who actually hosts the quests. It's, whoever enters the room first hosts the monster. So whoever is hosting the monster now is probably not Zaki, because quite frankly, if Zaki were hosting this monster, we'd probably all frickin' disconnect. So, yeah, that's the thing. I knew that thing was going to explode in my face. That's why I hesitated with my shot there. Ended up shooting anyway. Not so as to detonate that thing, but... yeah. This Yama Tsukami should probably take another 5 minutes or so, and then he will be dead, hopefully. Depending on the damage that everyone else is dealing, which I would suggest is probably not an amazing amount, because they're going Blade Master. It's not that they're going to be doing insufficient damage, it's just it's going to be a lot less than what you'd be doing if you were going ranged. I do enjoy bow. Old bow, more specifically. I'm not too sure how that's going to play out when I use bow in Generations, or Generations Ultimate I should say more specifically, because the controller layout makes it so that doing the claw to change the camera is going to be really weird, because I'll be using my index finger to actually move the analog stick and my thumb to change the camera, which is going to feel a little bit gross. He didn't actually make his roaring sound that time. It's funny. Looking inside his mouth is actually considerably gross. I'm going to be pretty transparent about that. But yeah, situation with that in Generations Ultimate, I am not too sure what to expect with that. Of course, some of you might be wondering what I mean by needing to use the claw. Of course, I have no intention of using R to shoot, because I really, really am not interested in R to shoot. That's not how I play bow, unless it's in a game that I won't discuss. Oh, dear Jesus. Is he going to be at the end of his sucking? No, he's not going to be at the end of his sucking. Is that... how many deaths is that? Oh, that was the third. Good to know. That is my fault. I should not be so complacent and just not actually sheathing my weapon to be prepared to evade that. The correct way to actually fight Yama Tsukami is to sheath your weapon and be ready to get the hell out of there when he's doing that, instead of just wasting your time attacking. It's not necessarily a waste of time to attack him, it's just not... it's not a sensible way to do things, and once again, when I haven't done something regularly or for a while, even the things that you know you should be doing, you just don't do because you've... I guess, I don't even know, I guess you've forgotten why it's important to do those things, and then you sort of relearn and you go, oh yeah, that's why I do that. And of course, with Yama Tsukami, that is not how you really want to fight him. You want to be a little bit more careful than that. But that was my mistake, and I will own up to that. Don't know what we'll be hunting next, but I will keep that hunt in. Because, you know, it's Yama Tsukami. I'll see you guys in the next hunt.